back in the shop working on the F20, trying to get these rusty bolts out. I went and bought a oxyacetylene torch setup today. Already did the other side over there, and it worked really beautifully. Burned that bolt right out. So getting used to using this thing. So let's see what happens here. A little oxy on, and a little oxygen. Or acetylene, I should say, and then oxygen. So we're trying to get used to how this, there we go, something like that. That's what worked last time. Probably going to have to read up on it a little bit, but to get some good solid heat on this thing. So I'll cook one side and then I'll cook the bottom. This bolt goes right through the frame here. Get it really hot where it's glowing. I don't know if you can see that, but it's cherry red now. Do the bottom side. Worked really well on the other side. Thanks everybody online for your tips. Cherry red. You can kind of see it cooking up in there. After you get it this red hot and knock it out, you definitely don't want to pick it up. Not for a while. So we got that hot. We're going to do this one again. Once again, the right tools make all the difference in the world. All right, let's give it a try. See what happens here. Got a hammer. Let's see what happens here. That just shows you how tight these. There it goes. There it goes. Look at that, huh? Woo! That's how rusty these bolts are up in there. Yeah, there she goes. Look at that. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that bolt should be the same diameter up here as, or it should be the same here as it is there. But that's how much rust we're looking at right there. So I'm gonna cut a bolt off. Try and cut the head off this bolt here that's frozen and kind of in the way, and so we're gonna see how that goes. Melted. There it goes. have a hole. So after quite a bit of work, and thank God for this new oxyacetylene setup, this new torch setup, which worked amazing, worth every penny. Had to cut a lot of these bolts, heat them, bang them out of there. I mean, this thing was stuck big time, but it's out and we're loose. So here we go. We got hooked to the gantry crane. Gonna see how this goes. So far, so good. All right, that's all we got with that. See if we can swing it around this way. Here. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Still getting used to using this. Okay, just gonna set it on the floor here. Okay, nice and easy. All right, everybody, here we are again in the shop. We we were able to get the, I believe it's called the bolster off. It's laying on the ground here. It's the steering head on the tricycle style tractors, which is what this is. Your wheels go here. And you have another hub over here, and so the wheels will mount to these two hubs, and those are the front wheels, and then you have the steering shaft that mounts at the top, and that's your front wheel and steering. And the parts tractor has a really good axle. So we've got to decide how we're going to do that. If we're going to just replace this unit with that unit. I think that one's in better shape. I don't think it's moving. Or if I'm going to rebuild this unit. So some things that drive that are, that I've noticed, are this steering head here. This is rounded. I believe that to be a little older than the tractor that I bought, or that Mom bought. It has a little bit different style up there. Other than that, it looks to be all the same. So I've got to decide if I'm going to tear this apart. I'm not sure what's available for it. It does move down here. This is not, it shakes in here. And this should be, you know, it has a bearing in here, I imagine, and other sleeves, and that moves around, so that's not going to work. Well, it just moves too much. It'll probably have some really sloppy steering too. So got to see about that and decide what to do with that. Up here on these frame rails, I don't know if you can see that, but man, they are rusted. There's a really deep rusted spot here, and on top a lot of rust right there. This side seemed, and then you can see some right in here. This has gotten a little thinner than it was originally. I mean, that is mostly on the end. I don't know what they look like down the line inside there, if they're rusted pretty thin or not. They're not rusted through, I know that. Now this frame rail here looks to be a whole lot better. Not nearly as bad. For whatever reason. So but one of my goals is to remove these frame rails and hopefully clean them up and reuse them. That was the plan. One of the things that's on this frame rail is the serial number. It's FA21308, which is how I was able to figure out the year. So I was hoping to keep these, and I was hoping to keep the transmission. So I'm thinking to take this all loose here, pull these rails off, and then they can be sandblasted, primed and painted, and then all of this apparatus here's got to be gone through. I'm thinking to just clean it up best I can, and everything works. Nothing's chewed up or broken, so I'm really thinking to reuse it. So rebuild the brakes, reseal wherever needed, and just clean really, really well inside. There's nothing really there that looks damaged to the point of needing to be replaced or rebuilt. So that's the plan right now. And the engine, like I said, I think I want to take the other engine and put it in the tractor, because this engine's really rough. And even when I was bolting all this stuff back on, some of these rockers, they still don't move, and the cylinders are just, I mean, everything's stuck. Everything is stuck and rusted. And this is cracked, huge crack. So I hate to not be all original there, but I'm talking some pretty serious rebuilding for that. And the other motor, I mean, when you pull the valve cover on the other engine, it just looks beautiful inside. It looks as if it didn't even run. I mean, no cooked oil inside, nothing. It's clean. So we'll look into that motor a little further and make sure that that's a good plan. But that's where things are right now. Appreciate everybody watching. Appreciate your support. This tractor is in pretty rough shape, and the more I dig on it, the more I see that. But I'm really working at trying to save as much as I can. So it's simply because it was Granddaddy's. So anyhow, thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned.